Hello, and welcome back to the latest SES Spartan Newscast. I'm your anchor, Miss Spartan Spirit. Woo! Well, you're wondering about my outfit, aren't you? Yes. Well, let me tell you, I'm all decked up in America gear because this Wednesday we aren't going to have any school. Wednesday is Veterans Day and we're going to be honoring our veterans, which leads me to the next thing. We are going to be having an assembly on Monday at 2:30. So if you type in during your Google Meet SES assembly, that's the code that'll bring you straight to our assembly. And I know I'm pretty fancy, aren't I? Well, we are having pictures coming up at school on Tuesday the 10th and Friday the 13th. If you're a 4th and 5th grader, you'll need to schedule a time. But for all of our other students, you can just come and we have your time scheduled for you. All right. First up today, we are going to turn over to little Spartan Stanley. Where is he this time?
Where in the school is little Stanley Spartan? Can you guess where I am this time?
I'm not sure where you were, but I do like the color because it was red. All right, next up, we're going over to Mrs. Lowinger. She's going to get us ready for picture day with a fun new book. Take it away, Mrs. Lowinger.
Hi boys and girls, because it is picture day this week on Tuesday and Friday, I am going to read to you one of my new favorite books. It's called Picture Day Perfection. I hope you enjoy. Picture Day Perfection, written by Deborah Dyson, and pictures by Dan Santet. I had planned for months. This was going to be the year of the perfect school picture. But some days, not everything goes according to plan. The day started with the worst case of bedhead ever. Exhibit A, front view. Exhibit B, side view. Exhibit C, back view. Exhibit D, the look on my brother's face when he saw my hair. Then it took me quite some time to unearth my favorite shirt. I finally found it at the very bottom of the hamper. You might call it stained. You might call it wrinkled. You might even call it smelly. You wouldn't be wrong. Breakfast was Picture Day pancakes, a family tradition. This year's festivities involved a small syrup disaster. On the bus, I got into a small bit of trouble. Make that a large bit of trouble. The bus driver made me sit in the seat right behind him for the rest of the ride. By the time I got into school, my picture day face was fixed in a scowl. In class, Mrs. Smith collected our photo order forms. Do you think my mom checked emerald green for my photo background? Or peacock blue? Or pizzazzy purple? Nope. Once again, of all the backgrounds in the world, Mom checked snoring, boring, traditional gray. No one gets traditional gray. Except for me. And it just so happens to be the one and only color in the whole world that makes my favorite shirt disappear. All but the stains and the wrinkles. After that, the teacher had us all stand up and practice our picture day smiles. Personally, I thought we needed a little something to get us in the picture day mood. Whoops. Got myself in trouble. Again. Luckily, I got to rejoin the class in time for art. Art involved quite a lot of paint. Or at least it did for me. Finally, it was time to line up for our photos. Ned, just in front of me, got the last complimentary plastic comb. I watched as classmate after classmate smiled for the camera. I got queasy listening to everyone say, "Cheese." I can't stand cheese. The mere thought of it turns me green, deeply green. And just as my face reached its most awful pea green shade, it was my turn. I stepped forward. I sat down on the stool. It was hard as a rock and cold as an iceberg. "Just a sec," said the photographer as he fiddled with the camera knobs. As I sat and waited, everything that had happened rushed through my mind. The monstrous messes, the muddles and the mix-ups. The whole day, from the moment I'd rolled out of bed, had gone perfectly. Even better than planned. This year, I was finally going to have the perfect school picture. And that's when I heard a click. In a flash, all my hard work, my perfectly tangled hair, my perfectly rumpled shirt, my perfectly sticky face, my perfectly composed scowl, that perfect boring background, those perfect paint splatters, that perfect sicky pallor. Wasted, useless, ruined, in a moment of weakness by an unexpected smile. Mom says it's my best picture ever. But just wait till she sees next year's. The end. I hope you all enjoyed that story, and I hope you come to Picture Day with a big smile on your face. I'll see y'all soon.
What a great book. That was really entertaining, all the things that went wrong. And such a plot twist. I thought he was going to end up with a horrible picture, but his mom absolutely loved it. All right, next up, over to Miss Redding. What is she going to bring us this time?
Hi friends, Miss Redding here. I promised you last week that I would show you how my gratitude tree was progressing after I put the names of people I care about on it. And so if you see, my tree is getting a lot of leaves on it. It's adding a lot of color and it makes me happy every time I look at it. And today I added a special leaf, this yellow one, in honor of our veterans, the people who have sacrificed for our country to help us keep us safe and free. I very much appreciate them. And today I'm thinking of a special veteran, my father, who served his country. Anyhow, also, I wanted to say thank you, and I am grateful for the students who have been able to send in pictures of their own gratitude trees. And Miss Spartan Spirit has promised me that she would share a couple of those pictures. I wish you all a wonderful week, and think of our veterans on the 11th, very important day as we remember our country and how we are united at 50 states and how people sacrifice to create this country, to uphold this country, to keep this country safe. Take care, and I will talk with you again next week. Bye-bye.
Wow, Miss Redding, your gratitude tree looks amazing. You have so many leaves on it, and it's full of lots of things to be thankful for. I also loved all of the other SES gratitude trees out there. Next up this evening, we're going to be turning to 4th grade teacher Miss Dio, who is going to be talking to us about Veterans Day. Take it away, Miss Dio.
Hello everyone, I am 4th grade teacher Miss Dio, and I want to talk to you about a holiday coming up. It is called Veterans Day. You may even remember in the last segment with Mrs. Redding, she talked about Veterans Day as she added a leaf to her gratitude tree for veterans in their honor. Now, Veterans Day comes up every year on November 11th, and this year that happens to be Wednesday. Not only will we be having a day off, but we will also be having an assembly on Monday. This will be at 2:30 in the afternoon, and you guys can all join us by hopping onto a Google Meet and typing in the code SES Assembly. For some of you, you may be wondering who is a veteran or what is a veteran? Well, let me explain. A veteran is anyone who has served in the military to help defend and protect our country. As a little girl, I remember sitting around talking with my family and learning that they were actually veterans and hearing their stories. The veterans in my family go all the way back to the Civil War, where one of them was a captain in the Union Army. His service helped to shape our country into what it is today. This was my great-grandpa who fought in World War I. He was sent to Europe where he fought on the front lines and was gassed. Some years later, when World War II broke out, his son, who was my great-uncle, also was sent to Europe. He was involved with the invasion at Anzio. He never shared much about his experiences, but freeing the prisoners at the Dachau concentration camp forever impacted his life. This is a picture of my grandpa, who also fought in World War II, although he wasn't sent to Europe. Instead, he stayed closer to home, protecting Alaska and the Aleutian chain, which was being invaded. This is my other grandpa, who shared with me his experiences during the Korean War. As a little girl listening to their stories, I realized I had learned so much history from them and have so much to be thankful for. I really appreciate living in our country where we have freedom and peace. I also am so thankful for my family veterans' sacrifice, as well as the sacrifice of all the other veterans out there. So, as Veterans Day approaches, I encourage you to maybe have some conversations with your family. See if they know of any veterans. And also, if you know of any, make sure to thank them for their service. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Wow, that was a lot of fun learning about all those veterans. Speaking of veterans and Veterans Day, next up, our kid feature is actually going to be a movie trailer for our upcoming assembly. Take it away, kids. Wow, that was a pretty amazing and moving trailer. I want to make sure that I don't miss that assembly coming up. All right, next up, we're going to turn to a kindergartner in Mrs. G's class for our joke of the week. I think it also has a Veterans Day theme.
So what is a soldier's favorite month?
I don't know. What is a soldier's favorite month?
March.
That was a good one, like hut, 2, 3, 4, hut, 2, 3, 4, March. But it's really a month. Oh my goodness, you guys are so clever. All right, last up this evening, we're going to turn to little Spartan Stanley and see where he's hiding this week. Oh my goodness, all that red was curtains? You must be getting ready for the assembly. You were standing on the stage, weren't you, Stanley? All right, everyone. Until next week, I'm Miss Spartan Spirit.
And don't forget our Monday assembly at 2:30 using the code SES Assembly. Tuesday, we have pictures. Wednesday is no school in honor of Veterans Day. And then we have additional pictures on Friday.